Dance, 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 never stop. Dance, 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 never stop.
ふと触れた指先に心が揺れる夜は秘め続けた想いさえも隠せなくなる。友達でいたいけど動き出した後はも
Alright. I think it should be working. I get a really ugly effect if I have a bloom on. It looks fine when I don't hide the UI in the program, but I'll just demonstrate. Looks fine. Actually makes it look a bit better. But then I had the UI. And now I'm glowy. I don't know what's up with that. Well, that setting works. Or, I don't know what that's supposed to be. Okay. I can take the glowy joke too far. Okay, which of the 20 Twitch chats I have open is going to be the one I use today? Alright, are my audio levels alright? And can you hear the fan in the background? Cool. Oh man, I've been so excited. Like, after my first stream, it's all I could think about the day after. I had tracking. I had so much fun with it. That it's all I wanted to think about the next day. It took this many days to get back to it. Things just need to line up. Thankfully, I am not in the wagey cage tomorrow, so I thought today would be a good day to stream. And I have refined some of my scenes and stuff since last time. Alright. Good time for that song to be over. So I hopefully plan to beat this tonight. I don't know if I'd be quite happy with myself if if it took me more than 2 streams to do it. Unless I get like super tired or something. A little bit to the right.
Crash Bandicoot 2. Cortex Strikes Back.
Only 39% though. It starts going up quite quickly. Okay, what were we doing? Clear out this warp room? Yeah. Oh, for some reason I thought I was on the fourth one. Okay. I'm looking at... Oh my god. Oh right, I missed a box in this level. I remember. Okay. Got the final level to start on. But, okay, yeah, this is the last level we did. Except, I missed a box, but I still got the secret warp out. Which is very easy to get. Just no matter what, missing one box and either finishing the level or hitting the checkpoint means you got to do the whole level again. New. Such a weird angle to hit here just because the camera turns at the same time. Oh, that hit me. One of the reasons why I don't use the speed up more is it can mess with the timing of things. It can mess you up. Okay, there was 2 nitros, there's 42 boxes, you do the math. We don't need to take the secret warp out again. But yeah, I fixed up the game scene. Okay, Crash, no dancing. Alright, this is another level with a timer. It tells me to commit Sudoku after that said timer. Or after getting the yellow gem. I'm guessing these timer gems are where the inspirations for the relics in Crash 3 came from. That's the biggest, well, that and the abundance of vehicle levels is the Biggest difference between Crash 2 and 3. Okay, need this. I don't think we're going to be able to get past. Okay, yep. I'm not sure if I like the relics, especially since for all the non-vehicle relics, you really do want to just wait until the end of the game. I don't know. To me, it's just like play every level again. I'm fast now. And I already play decently quickly. Oops. That was funny. Because they locked the speed shoes behind the final boss. So I don't even attempt any of the relics. Before I, or any of the relics for the, platforming levels. Okay, I have 2 masks. That should hopefully get me through this. As long as I don't lose it stupidly here. That gem will disappear on you if you don't collect it in time, even if you already see it. Alright. And now we go for the box gem. Which, I mean, I suppose you... Wait, no, you can't. I was about to say, you could go for them both at the same time, but you cannot, because it's only going to have one gem show up. And I just thought okay, I just thought you would have to do this, which would, you know, good luck squeezing this in. I cannot state enough how much I like this song. So normally, if you weren't going for the timer gem, you could just do this. but that's... The timer's not super tight. One of those boxes didn't break for a little bit. But it's a lot tighter if you do a route like that. Oh gosh, Hina's watching too many cooks. That song gets stuck in my head even when I haven't heard it recently. Sewer earlier. Okay. We're actually gonna make use of that yellow gem we just got. Right now. If I can get my windows. Oh, I was just... It was another one of those streams where I was just listening to the streamer and had no clue about the actual content. Okay, what level is this again? Sewer later. Okay. Get an extra clear gem. No eels in this level. There's only eels in the eel deal. If you walk like anywhere in front of that, a scientist while there, they got the flamethrower out, you just burn to a crisp. Oh, right. Okay. There's just not eels in every bit of water. These platforms sink after a short amount of time. Wing. You almost... It's like a feat to land there. Okay, so there's a whole bunch more path, and then it leads to an alternate exit, which just takes you back to the normal warp. Or maybe it puts you further in the level, but just commit Sudoku. As I've mentioned several times, you collect a collectible, and it's yours, my friend. It doesn't go away. Rat Jam. Rat Jam. Oh man, I better have Rat Jam enabled. For a while I just enabled 7TV emotes I liked just to like keep track of them. I didn't think I'd actually be streaming. Ow. Explosions hurt. At some point I should show how this game plays at an actual 60 FPS. It looks so nice, it feels so nice, but things like this move at double speed, and like the ones you have to dodge, oh okay, this is where it spits you back out at. I love spinning enemies into explosives like that. What time is it over there for you? Oh man, I forget which way is which. What does it say here? Yeah, I feel that. I've been so bad at getting a proper amount of sleep recently. Road to Ruin. I think this is the first of this, this level trope we've seen on this run. So I have to not die. Okay, so, once again, I'll say, there is an exploit where you can do this, because there's a secret warp in here that puts you on that path to the left there. I'm making a safe state. And it's really just being able to hit it, like if you can spin that rat to hit the trigger for those boxes correctly. You'll be able to get over there. You might also be able to just jump it. But I am doing things the intended way here, so alright. Save state again. But knowing that, my guide tells me that we cannot get the box gem here, so I don't need to worry about boxes. Look at them, they got those Guerrilla Games. What was it? Up to 13% ash or something? Ow. Don't really need the bonus level, but what the heck, why not? I think it's kind of neat that you can see the rest of the level. What? You have unlimited attempts at it, but I don't really care. I've got plenty of lives. It's really the only long-term reason if you don't need the box gem. And dying in the bonus level doesn't cost you a life. Thankfully for the times where there's a completely different path that will often not make you just like miss by one or something. Like it's like, oh yeah, we put like I forgot to pick up the crystal because the death path skips it. Oh, that's funny. Unfortunately, that means we do need to go back through. It's so weird that the death path skips it. I feel like sometimes there's no rhyme or reason to okay, no more than 8%. And I'd like to ask the architect, what exactly was the goal with the fire-breathing statues? You know, in the development stuff for this, I think they said they wanted it to sound kind of like a pinball machine or something with the way the sounds are. And it's like, they got that vibe. And I think that's part of what makes it so enjoyable to just play. Alright, there we go. Got the actual crystal this time. Unbearable. $58 boxes. Secret path. Secret warp out. I like how Crash looks behind him. There's just a lot of little touches in this. I should share the article that's about the making of Crash Bandicoot. Or it's a series of like 13 blog posts. It's great. It shows what they had to do for creative control. Alright, so my notes tell me, or remind me, that this is up here. There's a bit of a hint here, and this is your only hint, that there's still some planks left. So by getting that exclamation point first, or the nitro thing, that's actually a big help down here. Normally you worry about bullets moving quickly, but then you find that slow moving bullets are actually trickier. Welcome in, Shy Guy. Nice to have you here. Oop, did not hit that angle, right? Again, when you're on one of the secret paths, the difficulty instantly just jumps up a lot. I don't think it's like that hard, but this is definitely a step above what I was just doing. Oh, that was one of those pit sections and I didn't even realize it. The pit's like one of the first levels. I think this just takes me back up right where I was. Hey, that explosion. Oh, loud equals funny. Immediately back down for another 2D section. I don't think I can. Okay, no. I gotta go backwards. Thankfully, they put another checkpoint right up here. Yeah, so might have just saw the big bear get the boxes. It gets a lot of them, but I think there's some it doesn't. I don't know. I never. Well, that was I don't have every whether or not everything single box is gotten by those or not memorized. But by virtue of there being some boxes that aren't hit by it, it means I want to go for all the boxes. I accidentally had a small jump there, which jumped me into the pit. Meow. Alright. What if we took the small bear and the big bear and put them in the same level? Meow. Please tell me my guide says 56. Where did I miss them? I'm legitimately not sure where I missed them. Isn't it interesting how we can walk backwards? Oh, look, the bear's still here. Now, I'll show you secret ass boxes once we get to Cold Hard Crash. They really did have a thing for bears in this one. What if it was a bear and it was nighttime? And this time we made you use the speed up. Gosh, these jumps are tight. It's really satisfying to do that. Despite what it looks like, this level's not too bad at all. Beep, 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 beep. I might have mentioned this last time, but these levels out of the secret warp room only have one gem to get. And that's the gem for getting all the boxes. If you don't do that, there's basically no point to the rest of the level. Or, I actually don't know if I did say that. There it goes. I'll come back for the gem later. We have a boss. Third warp room. I am not sure. It might be tiny. Yes, my physical PlayStation 1 memory card. memcard1.mcr. Okay, I was right. Because the fourth boss is Engine and the fifth boss is Cortex. I always thought this arena looked really cool. This is a super simple boss. Yeah, eat your words. I don't know. I don't think bosses necessarily need to be challenging to be fun. I didn't realize that platform hadn't come back yet. This is such an easy boss. And I'm just stumbling so hard right now. This time they like make all but one disappear, I think. I think that I could. I think I can if I. Yeah, I can. I don't think I've ever had this many attempts on the bus. Oh my gosh. It's just funny at this point. There's an Easter egg in, I forget if it's the third game or the remake, or the insane version of the third game, where the crowd will start throwing cheese at you if you get into a spot to cheese the boss. Or specifically, I'm thinking about that because it's another fight against Tiny Tiger, but he's the first boss in that game. There we go. Meow. I would think a fall from that height would be deadly, no matter who you are. I can't tell how far down it is. Okay. You know, I did not understand the pun in this one for the longest time. I always just read it as be having when it should be behaving. So, this is my least favorite level trope in this game. If you're on that type of ground, you will bury underground instead of doing a spin attack. From here you can do that hand spinning thing. The bees can also come after you. Alright, so this is an example of another place where, like, in the Insane Trilogy, this box is something you don't have to get. When you get the box that blows up the nitro, it will blow up this box. But in the original, since again, logic is limited to what's on screen, or not far off screen, you're stuck. Or, yeah, I mean, you have to get it. Bees! As a child, I mean, like, I still hate bees today, but as a child, I really hated them. So you can imagine how I felt about this level. I don't know. It's just not a fun trope. I don't like the music for them that much. I don't have much else to complain about it. Oh, doesn't that look interesting over there? Not the clipping. The clipping's not supposed to be there. I don't know. This is another one of those things where I wish I could have discovered it for myself. Normal nitros bounce up and down randomly. These are not normal nitros. I love it. Oh. That was another one of those rat pits. I don't know why I'm bothering with any of the boxes. crash slows up a little bit. Burying underground is basically the only way to avoid the bees if they catch up with you. You can spin them all away. If you're lucky, or maybe if you're good. I don't know, maybe it's a skill issue. Okay, there's a whole other section here. But it's, again, just... I'm planning to suicide. As I keep mentioning, once you pick up a collectible, you got it. And other than that, there's 92 boxes in this level. So we got a lot of level to go. They give you speed boosters to get away from the bees. These exploding seeds are nasty and annoying. Remember, we're a 3D game. There's a lot of nitros in this level. But you can see what I mean about normally they bounce. I think speedrunners actually hate that a lot because sometimes they get random deaths to a bouncing nitro. The traveling lump. I'm at 42 boxes. I didn't think that would hit me. I didn't think it would hit me. Okay, so if you've done the nitro, you don't need to do it again. Wait, did I say nitro or bonus? Because I meant to say bonus. Either way. I'm very glad that this is the type of game it is. Because I didn't like the other style of 3D. I still don't like the other style of 3D platformer that cropped up in that day. That being like the Banjo games, Mario 64, obviously, Donkey Kong 64. I haven't played much of them, but like I don't know. 6. Alright, this one's kind of a pain. There is a death path here. this is another level that's full of secrets, or maybe not necessarily secrets. This is the first time we've seen these mines outside of the levels where where you're running from something. I think, at least. I remember just like, I don't... Okay, so I've only played the DS version of Mario 64, but like, I don't know. Like... What this... This is like a 2D platformer if it had 3D available. Which... I love 2D platformers. By the way, I should say that the only way to kill these is belly flop on them. Like, 3D platformers like Mario 64 are a completely different genre in my book. I mean, I guess it's kind of in the name, but... because it is a different genre. I haven't died, right? I just remembered I need to not die. Okay, I haven't died. Save state. Okay, so this is one of the ones that's kind of a pain here. That's not all bad. But we are going to have to backtrack through here. Sometimes the game just says screw you and does that to you. I am actually, even though it's still there, I'm going to reload my state because I had an Aqua Mask for this. It's not just the movement, it's just like, I don't know, it's the game structure. Like, I'm happy to break all the boxes here. But the collectathon aspect's a bit different. I mean, it's very different. Like, for a bit there, 3D platformer became synonymous with collectathon. I don't know. I can say, Donkey Kong 64 looks like hell to me. Okay, Die, monster. You don't belong in this world. Oh, game, I love you, but I hate you. So those one outside of the behaving level, the beehives only send one bee after you. Okay, I'm just gonna make another save state because I'm tired of playing this over and over. And that radius is huge on those explosions. What I think the real problem that Donkey Kong 64 had was the backtracking. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. My notes told me that there was 6 boxes on this path. And that's all 6 of them. So rather than finishing this path, we need to backtrack. Again, I have the gem. They knew you would have to do this, because again, they put they don't always put normal boxes on these paths, but they knew what they were doing when they did. I got lucky, and then I got punished. Like, I do wonder if a Donkey Kong 64 would have been... it was so much harder to backtrack. The camera is not set up for that much. Would have been as much of an issue if they didn't make you switch characters to collect different things just because they're a different color. And if they didn't have that horrendously long final boss, I don't know. It just looks like such a mess when I see, like, when I'm watching like GDQ and I see someone speedrunning it and they just get to the final boss and it just takes what feels like ages. All right. Yeah, big thing my guide that I wrote is for is to remind me what to do in the case of split paths like that. Like I said, the guide said there were 6 boxes on the path and no more than 6. don't think these can hit you underground. I'd love if you could spin the crystal away. It would just be so dumb. A single bee is just so much less threatening. There, that is where the paths went back up. And then that thing just on an interesting little platform of its own over there. You think this guy's limited to where you can go? Hey, look, a gem. We're not done here, though. Can you guess where the secret is? I've already pretty much said it. This fourth warp room is just packed with stuff. Those explosions are so deceptive. All right. It's kind of interesting that there's no way in there or into the secret warp room. Other than that. All right, so they do something fun here. Might not just want to spin into those randomly. There we go. That's the end of this. I mean, that was the alternate entrance to this level. That's all it was. I actually do have to collect the boxes this time. There are none on the death path, as far as I remember. Pretty sure my guide would make a note of it. They're allowed to be evil when they're doing stuff for gyms, in my book. The true evil, once again, is when we get the cold hard crash, because if there's one level that you would want to say nightmare, nightmare, nightmare over, it is cold hard crash. And they even pull a mean trick in it. Okay, this time we're going to actually do the bonus level for real this time. And not just die in it and then ignore it. Yeah, 4 is just dumb. She hates Crash 4. She wishes it were aborted. She wishes it were dead. But seriously though, at this point, I wish the game did not exist. And there we go! Finally the box gym. I'm going to go get some water to drink. I'm not even going to the BRB screen.
Crash, I haven't got much time. Cortex has almost completed the new space station.
Oh no,
Something's
Cortex
not
is
right with this game.
almost made the
Beware of the
space station. I can't believe that. It's like we're feeding him the crystals to do it. All right. We're not doing that level yet. Because it's the same trope of level we were just on. Go backwards. Box gym. Alright, this is another level with a secret warp out. See if you can guess where it is. The fourth warp room just is loaded with secrets in this game. It actually makes the fifth one seem boring by comparison. Beep 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 beep. You can't kill these things, by the way. I like that being on the grates doesn't really slow you down. I forget if that's it. It might be. Ooh. it's very satisfying to manage to do that to the whole stack. It is important to note not to try to slide on those. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I didn't know that counted. And then, I mean, look, I played around the Cortex growing up, but I don't know. It seems very okay, but not up to the quality of these ones. If you're really good, you can like spin and jump for these. One change that Crash 3 made for the better was they made those give 2 Wampa fruit per jump, so it still gives 10. I can backtrack or die here. It just means it takes a lot less time. That was because I was still in one animation. Yeah, it's only 5 bounces in 3, whereas it's 10 in 1 and 2. Gosh, this thing moves so fast. Oh, there's nothing here. Ooh. Hang on, I gotta copy a raid message and get ready to raid in Hina's channel. Alright. What if we made a level in the dark this time? Your light is controlled by picking those up. Crash 1 had a level similar to this, except it wasn't a really a separate they just use the Aku masks in that level, and they would grant you temporary light, and they did not give you invincibility in that level. It's honestly kind of weird that they did it that way. It's important to note, do not spin an enemy that's right in front of nitros. I forget if this one moves at a fixed speed, but they try to be mean about it. It's like, oh, you gotta wait on the TNT while that goes by. That came out of nowhere. Darkness. Okay, I specifically do not want to trigger that. Again, this is them being kind of mean about things. Because you'd have to do 4 belly slams to break those. And you would certainly lose your light for ahead of the path. Perfect. The dark levels kind of scared me when I was a kid. Ah, there it is. There's the level I keep talking about. But we're going to go in here first. You can see the nitro between the cracks here. Now this is kind of a funny interaction. This thing is preventing the lizard thing from moving. Stupid monkey. I didn't try to go on the other side of those. Okay, now that one I'm actually surprised got me. Once again, just making sure I stay on screen. Okay, that's right up there. On screen long enough. I love that. On screen long enough to make sure both of the TNT breaks. Also, I find it funny how little this moves you. It's like, oh yeah, just slightly to the right. Alright, these aren't too bad when you're going on the left or right ones, but they can be an issue when you're going forward and back. So this is your kind of hint that they didn't put any boxes on the path, they just put a raw Aku Aku mask there. So I'll just show you something because I'm going to suicide, but I'm really not sure how far ahead this puts you. It's extra rainy in that one bit. Oh yeah, that put me ahead of the bonus level, or the bonus area. You can mess this up because you can't jump up forward. Don't belly flop while those TNT are still down there. It's bouncing time. Ripperungus. kind of interesting that they expect you to figure out the suicide. I think they do at least. I might be able to knock this lizard into that TNT. Nope. Okay, this is where that path dumps you at. It's probably just where it happened to end up. There's no boxes in that path, so you don't technically have to do it and the box gym in the same run. But I am an efficiency fiend. And this, my personal guide is written for me to do this with as few loading screens as possible. At any point in time, I risk losing my motivation to play the game in a loading screen. Gosh, we've went from 55 to 74. Alright, here we go. So first of all, there is a death path. So I'm making a save state here. I need to remember, be careful, not die. I like this interaction. So, anyways. Excuse me? I don't think that counts for purposes of the death path. But there is this is where they have committed evil. This is the most evil spot in the game. Why is this evil, you ask? This is a very hard level to get the box gym on. And they put a box up there. There's just like no hint about it. And if you like that kind of thing, you'll love Crash 4 because they do that crap all the time. I like that this is just stretched over it. It's funny. I still don't fully understand how these things work. These hedgehogs. If you spin into those penguins while they're spinning, they'll spin you away. Okay, I don't want to hit the checkpoint here yet. For my sanity, I am going to make a save state. But, here we go. This is why this is the hardest level. So note, first of all, there's boxes on this path, which means you have to come here for the box gym. Here's a clear box. See, look, this level even gives you the middle finger. It hates you. This level hates you. It wants you dead. I got crunched. Okay, I think I'm still good to be able to go on the death path. We'll find out. If not, I will reload the save state. Okay, now I might have messed it up. Again, if it's not there when I get there, I'm just going to reload the save state. But I just remember the first time I was going for 100% and didn't know that box was there. So I don't know if, okay, the death path's still here. You make it there once, you're good. So, first of all, you're dealing with the ice. You see this walk of hell it's been going through, and you realize, like, you're going to have to backtrack. That was not a good use of that mask. But not only a backtrack, but there's... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I didn't even collect it. I didn't even collect it. Oh. I missed it. Okay, I got it this time. Do not collect that checkpoint. Just suicide. The reason why I didn't get the checkpoint outside of the death path is because I'm saving that for when I beat it fully. Okay, I'm going to make another save state. If you thought it was hard before, really I should just worry about this stuff on the way back. Preservation of sanity activated. Perfect. Alright, so here we go. Again, the game gives you the middle finger. So it is not intuitive that you would just need to come back and like not go forward. And just to hop back on that. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I had gotten that checkpoint. I accidentally fell off of there. Alright, so that was the hardest moment. I think the first time I did it, I specifically could only do it by abusing invincibility with 3 Aku Aku masks. Again, I really don't know the rules for these things. Sometimes it feels like I can hit them with their quills up, sometimes it doesn't. This looks difficult, but it's not. I think this is also the level with the most boxes in it. Yeah, there's 155 boxes in this level. Oh, right. I need to actually... Ooh, I'm getting kind of eepy. I want to do this tonight. I really do want to do this tonight. And honestly, with the way the guide's set up, there's not anything up here. No. Thank you for the lurk, Fatty. I always enjoy your art whenever I see it. So I'm sure you're drawing something good. Alright. We are fighting Engine now. It was by far the most complicated warp room. They kind of wanted to front load the color gems. There's also 2 vehicle levels in the last set of the levels. So yeah, I don't know exactly why you throw Wampa fruit in this level, but your spin is replaced by throwing Wampa fruit. fire the missiles. But I am retired. That is an ancient reference. I feel like you're far more likely to get hit by that style missile. Oh, I thought he just went for the one you were standing on. I really thought he just went for the one you were standing on. There we go. Easy, boss.
Master Carter will be very displeased with your resistance. Prepare to suffer his wrath.
Shut up. I want to do a jetpack level. Yippee! So, a lot of people don't like these levels because they say they're hard to control, but I don't think that's the case at all. I think they're fun. Up is down, down is up, left is left, right is right. And, X and circle are forward and back. Now, what isn't great about these levels is the collision's a little wonky. I don't know. Maybe I don't have issues with these because I think fairly well with 6 degrees of freedom. And like the ice levels, there's also a bit of momentum here. I can never exactly tell where those will hit you. I don't really care about the extra life. I really enjoy the music in these levels too. Speaking of momentum and jetpacks, I had a lot of fun with the way Outer Wilds controls. Especially when you were in zero G, because you know you're in space. You got no friction acting on you. It's all momentum. Stopping takes a lot of power. Piston it away. There's a death path here. Making a save state. Okay, hang on. There is a Alright, I forget how this works. So there's a death path in this level, and I have a box gem to get. But it says I need to backtrack to the death path. I don't know, we'll just play it by ear. It's worth noting that these spider-like thingies that have two states always switch in the same spots. It's not a... Well, I don't know if you'd call that timing or position-based. But regardless, that means every time it's over here, it's going to be open like that. So it's at least consistent. I think I've done this level without collecting the crystal accidentally. I'm not a big fan of this level. I'm making another save state. Okay, there's the death path. Okay, I remember this. There is a way up here, but the intended thing here is to not kill that enemy, so you can use it to bounce back up here to get that, or to get back to the death path. When you press this, that blue thing fires a projectile. It's actually a shrink ray. Right. It does suck that you still lose your Aku Aku mask. In the first game, if you died in the bonus level, that was just it. You had to go through the normal level to get back there, and that was your only way of saving. That tells you my concentration level. I almost forgot that those are back there. These enemies are funny. And it's also funny when you kill them. That scream gets me every time. It's so good. As a reminder, there is a death path. Oh, I didn't realize you can spin those projectiles. Yeah, I learned something. Like, how am I still learning things about this game? I thought I knew pretty much everything about it. It's kind of neat when you still learn something new. Can I die here? Yes. Okay, so sometimes when you spin, it carries you forward, and you really can't stop. Oh well, there's what the shrink ray looks like. Squanch me. Okay, so you get here and you realize you didn't get all the boxes. But there was boxes along this way. There wasn't even a nitro thing to blow them all up. New. Oh, it expands it now. So this is what I was talking about, because there's speedrunners have another way around that, but I don't know what it is. I think they do at least. It's fun to knock those guys into nitro. I didn't realize I got hit by it. You cannot hit the top part of those. Sliding's the only way to beat them. Alright, I'm good. You gotta wait on this, because you gotta bounce off this one too. There's the gem, you gotta do a high jump for that, slide immediately, come down here. Nice, nice, nice. 69 boxes. Ooh, kinda hate that level. Yeah, I don't really like this 5th warp room because there's only 3 tropes of levels. It's got the least amount of variety. Oh, we're already at 85%. I think this actually goes above 100%. I forget. Can you say another death path? Okay, okay. I have to say goodnight to May. Clear gym on death path. Suicide after getting it. I lost the light. It gets heckin' dark if you lose your light. At least it's not like Crash 1 where getting like every gym was basically like a death path. Okay, okay. I remember what my guide is trying to tell me. Suicide after getting the gem. There's a couple boxes on the on the death path, but they're at the ends, so you just look for where it meets up. Right. Is that what I'm reading correctly? I even noted the number of pits to jump over. I didn't expect such a low ceiling. Oh, I gotta pay attention on the left side here for where this path meets up with the other path. I hope I didn't already miss it. Well, thanks again for stopping in, Shy Guy. I'd say have a nice time at work, but it's work. Alright, here it is. I don't know. I don't hate my work. I just jokingly call it the wagey cage. I did have, I think I've only had one job I've actually hated. I was working for a bank on the back end, and it was just a run position, so we didn't have that much authority to do stuff of our own. I had made a tool to help us. Okay, we're doing jetpack level. And I made it in a specific way to not directly interact with systems. And I got chewed out by my boss for making it, even though they were demanding speediness and perfection. I only had that job for a couple months before they decided it was too sensitive for contractors to be working on, which it was dealing with very sensitive data. It's dealing with like admin passwords. But it's like they had just hired, like, I don't know how many of us as contractors just a couple months beforehand. It was dumb. It was just really dumb. Again, I wish the collision was better in these levels. I am currently in the first job that I've ever had that's not a contracted position, which is great. I'm making way more money. I get actual paid time off. Because when I was working as a contractor, I didn't get any sick days or any paid time off, other than certain holidays, which I was basically forced to take off. The fun part was that sometimes the company I was working for would have a paid holiday, but I wouldn't. Yeah, those were the only days, I only got that small subset of days off, and I didn't get a choice. But now I can actually entertain the idea of taking a vacation. Timing's kind of tricky here. Alright, so, I should note that, to actually do this path, you need to have gotten all 5 colored gems. which is toasted. In Crash 1, it was just a level that was if you had if you didn't have all the gems in Crash 1, you would have to, or the level was literally just walk forward and jump over one pit and finish the level. But if you had all of them, then you could hop on them. And use them as platforms. And that would allow you to get the alternate ending. Crash 3 also has a level like this where you need all the color gems to access a series of paths. Kinda feels like a nice payoff. Oops. How am I over 50 lives? Oh gosh. Oh, they only seem very generous with the lives because like I don't know. I mean, they are generous with the lives, but other players need them. And also, when you're going for all the boxes, that means you're collecting more extra lives, more Wampa fruit. So can I do this? As for what I do for the job now is I'm the stereotypical trans girl programmer. I had initially studied networking when I was in college. Computer networking, routing and switching and stuff, Wi-Fi and internet. Here we go. But I never I ran into the issue of no one wants someone with no experience. or can't get a job because I don't have experience, can't get experience because I don't have a job. So I kind of did some odds and ends things where I started doing software development. See, my thought, or like, one, I didn't want to study computer science in college because dumb high school me thought the term was vague, and like, it's like, what's that even mean? And isn't that pretty common? Whereas I had taken a program at the vocational school I went to that taught me networking, and it's like I want to keep doing this. And while is that all that's up there in Extra Life? I don't care. It's like, oh, well, I can start learning like Python and then be a network person that does automation with a coding or code. I'm sorry, I get a kick out of that every time. Automate the network tasks. I thought that would be something in demand, but I could never find anything. It's a much smaller field than I thought. I got lucky and eventually got picked up by a software team at the company I was working at, which solved my circular issue of can't get a job because don't have experience. It's like, okay, well, that got me 2 years of experience. That's also the time I transitioned, and the team I was on was so supportive. That was back in 2019, right before a certain disease reared its ugly head. I was just glad to have all my paperwork taken care of for the most part. Especially since a lot of the places I needed to go were close to my work. So it wasn't that much of a hassle to get to the government offices that I needed to go to. It's so much paperwork to do all that stuff. And I am still not done. Because Ohio is dumb. I don't live there anymore, but I'm bound to Ohio for dealing with my birth certificate. I just need to finish the level before I get too small. These rays make me not small, but not delightfully small. But yeah, that team was great. They even threw me a little party when I got my name changed, which I didn't ask for. It was nice. Are you ready for the super difficult final boss?
Yes, my plan is nearly complete, and I have you, Crash Bandicoot, to thank for it. Engine, what's happening? What's that? Is he giving our signal?
Crash! Cortex isn't going to use the crystals to contain the planet's energy. He's going to harness the force and use it to power the super cortex vortex he has built on his space station. One blast of the ray will cover the entire world, turning everyone into Cortex's mindless slaves. Crash, don't let him have those crystals!
Engine, you fool! She's telling him everything! Ah, yes. We're back now. Pardon the, interruption. Crash, bring me
Gosh, it is just so funny hearing this today. When what's on my mind is the JO crystals. Alright, here we go. I don't know why I like this boss a lot. Maybe just because it's like I like the jetpack sections. It's very easy though. There we go.
You haven't seen the last of me, Crash Bandicoot!
Crash, what do you suppose happened to Cortex? And what about the Cortex vortex? It's still up there.
It's just kind of hanging out there. Oh, I actually can't skip the credits. Here, I'll dig up that article that, that I wanted to share, or blog post. I recommend reading all the parts of that. It's a very good read. It tells a lot about what they did and the different stuff they the ways they had to abuse the PS1 and just the ways they had to do things that were different from how other people were doing it. Like they get all these wacky animations out of Crash because they were using this vertex animation rather than like a bone system. They could make those kind of weird animations like of him like getting stretched or like swelling up for like when he gets stung by a bee super easily. Alright, I'm pretty sure I have a gem to get or something. There was one that I said we'll come back for. Yeah. I don't remember which one it was. I think it was a box gym in one of the bear levels. Was it down here? Nah, we got all those. They also talk about how they were very happy when they saw Mario 64 at E3 because they saw it and they like, this is nothing like our game, which was great. I don't think Crash 1's an especially great game, but it did lay the foundation. Not boxes down there, right? I don't think there is. Yeah, there's not, because you suicide on it. The moveset in Crash 1 feels so limited. Just because it's like ice slide all the time. And you don't have the slide in Crash 1. I don't know, that's another thing I like about 2 over 3. Like, they add more moves in 3, including a bazooka. But Kid Me thought the bazooka was like the coolest thing ever. Current me goes like, it's like it doesn't really add to what the game is. Like, you have to stop and It stops you in your tracks, and then you get a cursor that you aim. And again, 3 has it really is a good chunk of its levels as vehicle levels. Did I get it? Did I get it? There was boxes down there, wasn't there? Oh my gosh. What am I doing? The slide just feels good. It complements Crash's movement. You know, it feels like, you know, they had a double jump, but I don't think it feels that great. Like, I don't know. The super spin's kind of neat. But I still don't think, I don't know. They all feel, I don't know, they don't feel bad. It's really only the bazooka that's super out of place, and again, all the vehicle levels take away from the platforming that I like. Oh yeah, there's boxes down here. Okay, glad to know I didn't screw this up already. I also like the secrets better in this one. But that would always be on a case-by-case basis. Most things are tied behind relics in 3. I also allow me to hate on the Insane trilogy more by I think it's dumb that they added relics to 1 and 2. Those are the 2 boxes I missed. I should show you this enemy because it's just an armored version of that. Might be the only enemy that takes like 2 hits to beat it. What? I keep forgetting that that is a spot where it does the rat pit thing or whatever pit thing. Kaboom! I'm so tired. I'm glad. I don't know if I've ever had it launch me that far.
You have acquired all of the gems.
Oh, I should have let that one play out. Oh well. We'll go get the last ending, which is just stack them all up. So this is just like, what about the Cortex Vortex? I don't know. What about it?
We are ready, Crash. Would you like to do the honors?
Zap. Right there. There's his name, Andy Gavin. That's why I thought of the, that's why I thought about the blog, because it's his blog. But there we go. Crash 2, 100% in I don't know what time. Illegal run, use of save states. I love this game. I've said about everything I want to say about it. Crash 4 can go die in a fire, please. But Cortex is still alive. Wonder what that. Wonder what the implication of that would be. I don't need this. Sure, save state for resume. Now clearly it's time to play another game. Oh, there's several on here that I can mess with. Oh, it just left the Naughty Dog logo up there like that. Here, let's move back to the just chatting screen. I am seriously EP. And I think it was showing in my gameplay. I luckily know the game well enough to just kind of play it automatically. I'm glad you liked the trivia, because I just know a lot about this game. I've beat it a lot of times. That series of blog posts is very enlightening and funny to read. Like, originally, the people making it wanted to have it be, wanted the soundtrack to be a quote-unquote urban symphony, including like car noises, fart noises, like it or that's for Crash 1. But you kind of they did not let Universal get their way in a lot of ways. Especially for Crash 1, which has a little interesting theme. As you go through the 3 islands, they become more and more mechanized and industrial as you get closer to Cortex's castle. So like the first island is almost all stuff with natives. And then you start encountering like industrial levels in the second island, and then by the time you get to the third and final island, it's almost all like industrial levels. There's no more the like levels with natives. It's easy to overlook that. I'm glad it turned out the way it did. Of course, after Naughty Dog had it, there was a lot of different people that had their hands on it. Or different companies. Did you know that Crash MOBA actually like came out and then like no one noticed? I don't know why that they thought a MOBA with the Crash games would work. But yeah, the way Crash 1 progresses kind of leads to less variety as you're playing is the thing. I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing, but as I complained about on the 5th warp room, it's like there's only 3 level tropes in the 5th warp room of Crash 2. Excuse me. But even though the theming or the types of level you encounter do change, they still do a good job of separating the level tropes. In Crash 1. It's it's just a lot harder. There's a lot. The save system in Crash 1 is the biggest downfall today. And I'll say this again. Besides adding relics, which they shouldn't have done, the Insane Trilogy also destroyed the darkness of like the Dark Temple levels. It completely just destroyed the atmosphere. It made it all so bright and like cheery-ish. I don't know if cheery's the right word, but like it feels like more Saturday morning cartoon-ish, and Crash 1 is not as much that as the later games. As for me, I don't think I've played any games after the Wrath of Cortex came out. because it didn't leave that strong of an impression on me. And so I didn't play like the weird ones like Twin Sanity or anything until we got to the re-releases of the Insane Trilogy, Crash 4, and what did they call it? Was it Nitro Kart? Oh wait, no, I did play Nitro Kart, but when it was current, I think I rented it. But that one didn't really stick with me either. I still I kind of forgot about it and just stuck with Crash Team Racing. The one part I didn't forget about though was the levels where like your wheels would rotate and glue themselves to the track, and like you'd kind of be like a magnetic hover car sort of deal. Because I thought about that when Mario Kart 8 introduced that exact same thing. It's like, wait a second. This is from the Crash game from like 10 years ago. Or I don't know how long ago it was at the time. They've been writing on Mario Kart 8 for what feels like 2 decades now. Nintendo over here saying buy Mario Kart 8 just as same as Bethesda's like buy Skyrim. We keep making it, you keep buying it. I don't really care for the Mario Kart games. The only one I played a lot of was Mario Kart DS. And I didn't really like how the drift system worked in that. They combined CTR with Nitro Kart. And, like, I don't know. I just want the originals as they were. Kind of like how they also messed up the collision on the Insane Trilogy by making it a capsule collider instead of a circle. So things are more slippery than they should be. Because it's literally a pill shape rather than a cylinder. Yeah. It's not widescreen or anything. Oh, I should have shown the game in at 60. Maybe I'll save that for another stream. I really am tired. I have no clue who to raid. If anyone. Both DJ and Congo just ended a moment ago. It's not like I have that much in the way of numbers. Maybe I'll just raid May while she's asleep, because that's kind of a funny idea to me. I haven't really. Go live now. I was going to raid DJ, but His long ass stream finally ended. I know. I was there. After May went to sleep, I was listening to your stream. Oh, it's 4:20 a.m. Oh, question. Is this like a nice background level of music? Okay. What I should start doing is, playing stuff from video games and then messing with it in ways that you wouldn't recognize. Like, we'll take this song here. And then we'll do this. You don't need those background tracks anyway. So there's something I want to share about this song, but that might also be saved for another stream. Yeah. Oh, wait. I didn't want to stop the music completely. Oh, that was loud. I don't know what I'm saying. I think I needed to go to bed 3 hours ago too. But I really wanted to stream again. I wanted to finish the game. I don't know. Maybe next time I'll play Sonic. Good night, DJ. Sleep well. I think yeah, and then in lack of me knowing anyone else, I'll just raid May, because I think it's funny. I've got an idea of a raid message. Alright, so I just do slash raid. Kitsune spirit. Did I spell that right? Oh, it's it is sub only right now though, but I think about anyone here. You know what? Oh no. I need my raid message back. The chat box ate it. Oh no. I'll paste it in there.